Recording in progress. Here we go.
Yep.
Right. So I was doing the prisoner's dilemma, and I made a few classes. And I'm sure that after I did this, I decided to start over and do a new thing, but I can't remember exactly what it was. This was over a week ago now. But I'll show you what I have. So I made some players, and I just made a very basic view because I didn't want to spend a lot of time drawing.
Sure.
Because it does take me a long time. So there's two kinds of players, and there's a round of Prisoner's Dilemma because it's supposed to be like, iterative, the iterative version of Prisoner's Dilemma. And then, okay, now you can see the player gets a score after they play the round. Their score is different. That was just me debugging something. And then this is the tournament, which is where I had gotten. I hadn't done anything with it. So we can go check out the different classes if you like. They're all here. So I have a player, and
let's do 2 rounds.
2 rounds. Okay. Same players in 2 rounds.
Yeah. You probably miss a dot.
Oh. Can you hear that?
No. I can't even hear you typing.
Oh, good. All right. So that's our second game.
So, okay, but so here, right? So you first of all, you have 2 rounds, and to my mind, those rounds would be a game, or
I was gonna call them a tournament. Because you're gonna have rounds with like different players matched. There's not gonna be like 3 rounds make a game or something like 3 rounds make a match, anything like that. It's just gonna be like a round robin tournament and they're just gonna randomly be matched up.
Right. So basically, what they would like to see now is you want to see the both rounds to see how it evolves.
Oh, I see. So you want to make a class just to visualize it.
Right, but if it's fine if you just do it in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
If it's the tournament that will hold multiple rounds, then it's the tournament that will be able to list all those.
Okay.
Or if you want to have a game, just so
no, we'll do the tournament.
Basically,
we'll make the rounds in the tournament. So we need to open this. How do you do that?
Command B.
Command B. Right. Doesn't have anything right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can directly write here in the console, right, to say add. Because if I understand correctly, this will be the tourney will be tournament will have multiple rounds,
multiple players, and then multiple rounds. Like you'll tell it like play 5 rounds.
Does it have multiple? Right. Does it have multiple players or? Oh yeah.
It will.
Okay. Well, okay.
It will. So there's actually 2 players now. And I wanted to make a third one that was just random.
So what's the implementation of play here for both of them? If you expand the play,
just returns
you have a title move, and then I think it would be nice if the moves will be also in the same hierarchy. Can you formatting this would be also nice. Yes, that's good.
Okay. So you think I should make a hierarchy for this, a new class?
It would nicely document that they are of the same
Is that
thing.
this? Add class. Name of subclass. Is that going to add a subclass of title move?
No, the superclass is object here, right?
Okay. Move. Should I call it PD move?
Probably. Mhm.
And can I drag it in? No.
Not yet, no. No.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, yeah, the
What did
death
I do?
trap. You've navigated there.
I clicked it. All right, let's see. That's what I did. I clicked it.
It's
So hush move. I have to. What do I? How? Oh, I have to hit that. There we go. So this should be PD move. Move. And then this should be PD move. Uh-oh. How? How? Uh-huh. There we go. Back to tournament.
yeah.
So I guess I want to add players.
Right. So, but you can do so. You can write this thing here, or
Uh-huh.
you can
Ah.
continue writing in your playground, right?
I'll
And
try to
then
write it in the playground. Yeah.
especially if you instantiate it first, right? If you instantiate your tourney, if you execute that first line,
Should I execute it first?
yeah, and like because then you'll have a very concrete type, right? And then you help.
Tourney, add player.
You will know exactly where to add it. Now, when you do this, it's you see there, create method add player in
right, it
class
already
present.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
add
then
player.
That's because it's just a player, I guess.
A player. So it's got to add the player to some kind of collection.
Yeah.
So players. It's going to be a slot. So what should the slot be? I mean, I don't.
You said the collection, right?
It's a collection. I have no idea what the API for that is.
Add.
And add.
Add. Yeah, add.
Add a player. Okay.
Right. So now you see here, right? This is one of those cases where, right? So one option here is to instantiate the players variable in initialize.
Right.
That's outside of this scope that you're editing here.
Right.
So now you would go here on the right-hand side and add the initialize methods, or the alternative to this would be to do here self players. Can you try that? So self players. Okay, and now save this and just add, yeah. Now you add the set getter for this, and now we lazily initialize this. And now we can say return, and then you say players, and then you say if nil, and then you put a block. If nil is in one.
If nil.
Column, yeah. Put a block, and now you can say players equal or set new or order collection new.
So how do I initialize it?
Ordered collection new, for example.
Forwarded collection?
Ordered collection.
Oh, ordered collection.
Or set new if the order doesn't matter, but if you do a round robin, maybe the order matters. Okay, so now you save this. So notice how with this style, right? So players is lazily initialized.
Yeah.
But you could edit it.
I didn't have to go over here.
You didn't have to go over there, right? So it's all in the same place.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, but both is there's not like a right or wrong thing. I'm just saying.
Right. No, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, let's do the other player. And this will be the hush player. Oops, hush player.
It's interesting. You don't see it.
Okay. And then I want to be able to say tourney play. And then I'll just give it, I don't know, 10 rounds. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, play takes an integer, but I'm just gonna say number rounds. Nope. Number rounds.
Man, number of rounds.
Number of rounds. Number of rounds.
We're not paying for characters
I'm paying for it in
Anymore.
RSI.
anymore.
All right. So we're going to need
I think
a rounds.
Number times repeat. Number of rounds times repeat.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the thing that you have on top, Prisoner's Dilemma round.
Number of rounds times repeat block.
You can maybe just say, self play round, play once.
So play one round.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. You should.
Okay, play.
So here is like, it's good to not forget to save the yellow one.
Good idea.
Just so.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. So
and then here you have the thing that you have on top, like Prisoner's Dilemma round.
Right.
Yes.
Self rounds add prisoner stop taking my Prisoner's Dilemma round new with
right, and now you need to put parentheses around it.
Around this?
Yeah, because if you go over new with, for example.
Oh, because it's got two things. Yeah, I get it. It's thinking it's part of the same method.
Yeah, part of the same selector. Yeah.
Okay, and so I need a random player. I need two random players, and I need to make sure they're not the same.
Yeah.
So let's see if I could do that up here. So self players random. Does that work?
Yeah. But
okay.
It's I think not random. It's at random, I believe.
Act random.
At
random.
Yeah.
At random. Okay, so that's going to be player one.
Or is it random? Yeah, just at random. Yeah.
And that's going to be a temporary. And then I need a player two. Self players at random. And then this one is also going to be in a temporary. But okay, now I have the thing, so I can write player one and player two. All right, I have that. It's not ready yet because these two might be the same player. So I want to, I don't know, do a loop. Is there an until loop?
No, but basically what you want is for the player two, you could do self players without player one at random.
Oops. Without.
There's no without, but there's a reject.
Reject. I don't know why, but I'm typing and it's not doing anything. And this takes a block.
Reject takes a block with every element.
Wait. I'm sorry. It takes a block and an array element.
No, it takes a block with every element. So each.
Okay.
Then you can say each. Yeah, but you need a column. before the element.
Element.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
then element equals player one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to make this one rounds.
Of course, here, right?
Save.
It would have been more interesting to already try this on a collection.
Yeah.
Should we have had one already? But so the way we would do it is, in this case, we need the self, right? So to write this, we could have just inspected the attorney,
Right.
simply just execute that.
What kind of snippet is this?
Which one?
So I click new snippet and I always don't know which one to choose.
So the one in which you wrote on top is Pharo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
'Cause-
Oh no, that was
Oh,
the
no,
wrong
the
button.
other one. Yeah.
Pharo. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now
And
I
then
have attorney.
on top of your previous snippet, and in the previous snippet, and you do command enter, then it will create a
Yeah,
snippet
that's
of
what
the
I
same
usually do.
content.
And then sometimes I click the plus and I forget that I have to remember what it's called.
But that one is only, the plus is useful as if
When
you
you're
want to
doing,
do text or
yeah,
you're doing
right, right. So you were
Right, so
saying go
here,
to
self
self
players,
players.
right? And now
Oops.
you can take the code from your play method if you go to meta, and
Right.
you can give it a shot. Because if you now go to the meta tab,
The meta
in
tab
the
here
yeah,
or on
and
the,
then you
yeah.
in your play one round. Now you can try. So it's, yeah, command, yeah, or you can do it there. But so now you can execute and see which is player one and which is player two.
Player one got that one.
Hash, and then this is the title.
Adler. Yeah, because each time it's random, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, of course, if you want to do this, then the next thing is to write an example for it, right?
Okay.
So,
An
but this
example.
would work. But we can also continue. We can also continue here. I'm just saying that, like you're doing the REPL, which is nice. The REPL can still. We're doing now REPL also within the context of the object, but so which can be interesting when you prototype. But eventually, when you want to document, you want to promote these snippets into example methods, and
Right.
then you have the regressions out there. So this is why, right? When people say typically test-driven development, you always start with the test and
Right.
It's nice if you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing and you want just exploring, then starting from just a REPL and this combination between some exploration and then figuring out what the assertion, which way you want to go, can be a more interesting environment, but it's still interesting to afterwards document it in assertions. You have to create it. You can Command Shift F. This would look better. Yes.
Okay. So now I should be able to run the whole thing. Play one round and play. This does.
Command Shift F. Yes, thank you. Command S.
I like to do it too. So, Command S will save it. Yeah. Don't have to click. Okay.
So now you have your little thing example on the left hand side. Play 10.
Oh, I already have it. Can I just do the whole thing again? Boom.
Yeah. Okay. And now So just wait, just a second. So
Yeah.
let's see. We take a look at this thing. Right. So the first thing you wanted to do is let yourself carried away by what the tool allows you to do. Right. So you're going to expand this, but no. First thing, like rule of thumb, simplest rule possible is everywhere you see a collection, you most of the time want to have a view which just shows you that collection
That's
as a
right.
first class view. So
That's right.
we can now do that. So let's start with the players, so that's very easy. Let's
Right.
do so the way you do no, you're there.
No.
You're in the inspector. So now we're
Okay.
gonna do it in the meta view.
A meta view of this.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you want to define a view, and the view so you have to have a class editor here. There's not much point. There's no much point to write it
Right.
in the there. So you can say something like, GT players 4 colon, and you will get there we call it the view. So which is kind of a stream of views.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to annotate this one with GT view. So that's a pragma. A pragma is with the angle brackets.
Angle. Oh, that's right. GT. Yeah.
Okay. And now you say return. So the simplest thing here would say a view list. And now you give it a title. Enter.
List.
No semicolon. So you say the
Title.
list, title, yeah, and then it's going to be players, I guess. It should be a string.
Players. Nope.
It's a string is a single quote.
Single quote. Players.
And then semicolon, yes, great. And then of course, like to define the list is you just say items. And that's going to be take a block. A unary, like, yeah, exactly. And then you say self players. That's
Okay.
it. Save. So now you have a view on top. It's right there.
Oh, it's already there. Cool.
Okay. So now I
Title
have
player.
this.
Okay.
Now, is this what you want to see?
That's not enough.
What would you like to see?
I want to see the rounds listed as well. I want to see both.
Rounds as well, but even for this one, there was some, if I click on that.
Oh, I can put the score.
The score, right? It will be quite interesting.
Yeah.
So this is another pattern that you will see. Like you will always start with the simplest thing that you can see, and then you expand it as you need to do. Right. So now we need not just a simple list, but a column list.
Ah. Okay. So I'm wondering if I can, instead of, so this was returning the object, but there are views on the players already.
Right. We don't have, it's not so straightforward to accumulate
nest
those
them.
views.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
It's possible.
So
it's not impossible,
like if I returned its view, like self players and mapped over it and returned the view, would that work?
But here you want to have one player has views. And now we would like, so here, if you want to have a table of with two columns, then you don't have a view with that. So
right. Okay. So instead of list, we want
the other thing about the views is that the views are a place where copying is not a problem. In fact, it's more often wanted than not.
Yeah, because you want to change them independently.
And because it's, the views should be treatable also as like a throwaway, right? So if you doubt and if you need to build scaffolding for them, then they're kind of beats the purpose a little bit.
Right.
Sometimes it makes sense, but those are typically the exceptions, not the primary. Sometimes it makes sense, but not often.
Got it. Okay. I understand.
Column list. You can do instead of a list, it's a column list. Columned list. Second, yeah. And then the items here, it's great. It's the same. And
Uh-huh.
now only here, it will not display anything because you still need to add columns. So you say column,
Here.
yep. Right, that's gonna be the selector, yeah, exactly. So column, and now the first one, you have to give it a name. So it's gonna be player. Right, and then the text in that column would be,
Wait, is
I
there
don't know,
some
name,
other
text,
thing here?
text.
Text. Mhm.
I guess it's gonna, and then this one you will take a block
It's gonna take the
with
player
each, yeah, with you had
Oh,
the
sorry.
colon before.
before
Yeah.
player, and it's gonna
now
be player name.
name, I guess, yeah. Right.
Okay.
Now the semicolon afterwards.
And then
And you
another
can do the
column.
same with this, yeah.
Score.
Yeah.
Text. Player score as string, or is it smart enough to know?
Yeah, string probably won't work, but yeah. So I'll give it a shot.
Oh,
It
title
did
player
not
didn't.
understand score.
Wait a second.
No, stay there, because
Okay.
you're right there. No, you stay where you were in the previous view. And now click on that. Not on the debugger, because that's not so useful here. It can be
This?
useful, but you already click on the line.
Click on
Yeah.
the line.
So on the whole line, not on the exception, just on the,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. Double click so to open it on the right. Right. So now you have this, and now probably in the super class, but it might be that there's no getter for it or something.
Oh, there's add score. Ah, so look at that. I just used the score. So I need to add here. Okay. Score. And it's just gonna return the score.
SCORE.
Okay.
So, but what I was saying is that, right, you already had the context. The debugger is also okay, can also be fine. If you know what you have, but you already had the object right in front of you. So that's why I said don't.
I see. I didn't
anything.
realize that was a clickable thing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now you have to go back. Now you added this. Now, of course, here it doesn't know that it needs to update this one. So
Right.
you
I
have
need
to just, okay, on that one. Okay. So now
Okay.
you have that. Great. Now,
Awesome.
now we need
I
to do
can
the
see
same
who's
for
winning.
rounds. Yes.
Yes. Same for rounds. Okay.
Same for rounds.
So we're gonna do GT rounds for a view. Oops, a
Should
view.
be, yeah.
Okay.
Now
A
it's
view.
you need the square, you need the angle brackets with the annotation.
Oh, you're right. GT view.
Normally you should have completion if you try even in the GT view there.
Really? I'm gonna try it again. I'm not a big fan.
You have to close the. Can you try closing the bracket?
Okay. What if I close it? Now I can type.
Yeah.
Ah, now I see. Yeah. Not a big fan of autocomplete.
I see. Okay, a view.
Okay, now a view. I'm gonna go. Well, I'll do the list because it's simpler. List.
Yeah.
Title. Rounds. Items. The items are just gonna be self rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Boom. There's my 10 rounds. Okay. And I can click on one, right? Double click on it. There we go. Cool. What I'd really like to see is this, because now I can see on the right-hand side the stuff I'm gonna need to reference.
But even there, like if I look at the round view, it's kind of a nice, neat one. So if I alt click on it.
Alt click. Oh,
on the round. Yeah. Because then it gives you directly to the method. So now here is maybe one of those places. Also here, when you have text, and you give it directly the line. In this case, it's not a big deal, but this will be the argument here will be computed at the creation of the view, not at the display time of the view. So right. So here you don't want to create all the elements in all of these
I want to
tabs
put it in
a
the
block.
thing.
Yeah, and then it's lazy, and then it
I
will
got it.
not, right? So
Oh, I love the long lines. Okay, this could definitely be cleaned up. I
so
actually had
here,
a
this
lot
is
of
one of
trouble
those
with that.
cases. This is one of those cases where you might want from here to say, well, actually, this compressed thing is the printing of the is the printing of the round, and yeah, and then I'm gonna use it to in the display thing of the list of all rounds in my tournament.
Yeah, I got it. So like, what is the printing method? Is it
So
to string or as string?
There are two. One is it print on, so print string. But the default that we use is GT display string. That's the default we use for labels. The default implementation of GT display string is the print string. So
got it.
But typically the print string is nice to also have the type of the thing that you're looking at sometimes. So, but the GT display, the display string, not necessarily. So it's up to you to play with this, but definitely I would extract that block, the implementation of that block in a separate method.
Yeah.
So I can just go with the right here. Yeah.
So just this part.
Yeah, and if you right click on it, should be able to extract method.
Self GT display string, you said?
Yeah, you can do that.
If you don't like it, tell me.
That's fine. So normally we do the GT display on and then you connect those, but it's fine as well. Yeah, let's try this.
Okay.
Let's try.
Do I have to click this?
Yeah.
Already defined. Okay.
Yeah, that's not good. So it's not going to allow you to do that. So you have to, you have to cancel it. There's this X button here at the bottom. It will not allow you to create that, extract that method because the precondition of the is not working.
Yeah. Can I try again?
Let's do summary text, summary string. Summary string.
And hit enter.
Enter.
And then hit this.
Press on that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I say, so that was this. Okay, now you have this, it's there. Now you can go to your, now you can go to your
can't click on
tournament.
Want to see it? There we go.
There
Ooh, so lovely.
You can say item text, I think.
Wait, item text instead of items. Item.
No, the items is there. Oh no, then it's item. The item remains there.
Oh. Item.
Items.
Yeah,
the items remain there because you still need to say
no self
rounds, right? Yeah. Yeah. And now you want to say the way I'm going to print the round is going to be an item text.
And so it's going to take an item.
So in the item here will be what?
Round.
A round, yes.
A round.
Right. And then you're going to tell this one.
Summary.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this doesn't know, right? So I need to go back.
No, it should know. It should know because now you just changed that method.
Oh, there we go.
Now, Notice how here, right, everything is
One
like we
line.
replace, yeah, because that's what the list does, but
Yeah, but that's a good. I mean, that got pretty far, pretty easily. I would rather it have a columns, right, and put these things into columns.
there you go, right? And now you want to
So
have not just one summary string, but you're going to chop that one
right.
into little things, and then you're gonna, yeah,
Yeah, column list. Okay, items. We still have that, but now we need, instead of item text, I suppose we need something like, well,
it was
column
column text.
text.
Yeah, column, and then you give what? Column,
Oh,
column.
right. That's right. I remember we did this. Column, and then you give it a name. So this will be, um, I think, I mean, player one, a round. I think there's no player
And that's what
one.
I'm saying. I think that summary string, you can take summary string and split it into smaller strings that are
Yeah.
interesting. But even here, like if you
But
have player one
I don't
also.
agree, but I mean, because I know that this first line is like the two players, and I'd rather have them in two separate columns.
Yeah, then
But
my player A, my player B, that's great. It's fine. It sounds good.
yeah, right.
But you still have
But
a, you
I
need a
need
getter for them.
I need a getter.
'Cause
I need a getter, and that thing doesn't have enough context to give me a little. If I did player A, doesn't work. I need to go over here. Could go anywhere. It's easy to do it here. Player A is my player A. Okay.
and yeah.
And so
And
this
then
should
you
be
probably
player.
want the name or something
Oh
of
yeah,
the player A.
name. Okay. And let's look at that. Okay.
So
good.
this is the moment where you can also alt click on if you, so there are two ways you can do it. Either you can inspect, press the I button in the inspector right here on top.
Oh, this I button.
This opens another one, right? And now you can either choose meta here and take a look at the players there. Or the rounds, sorry, not the players.
Oh, rounds and players.
And now you can just continue. Yeah, no, meta here
Out of here.
and the rounds
Okay.
there. And now you can just continue writing here, for example, semicolon player.
Ah, nice. I gotcha. So
Or
column.
the other way around. You can, so given, for example, that you will want to, so let's see here, right? You want this around, right? Okay, now let's stop a bit. So does this exist?
No.
It doesn't exist. So now how would you solve this problem? Remember how you solved with player A?
I went to the rounds and I clicked not on this part, but I double clicked
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then you go there.
Yeah,
That's what it's.
Player B. My player B. My player B.
Okay.
No,
And now this one doesn't know, but instead of refreshing that, you can just simply accept it again.
accept it again.
Yeah, just command S, for example. Just do,
Oh, yeah.
because then it regenerated this.
There we go.
Now you probably want the score or something.
Yeah. Right. So I probably want like the move that they made, because these are very basic players. They always make the same move, but in a more general. So this might mean I should actually make another player right now so I can see it.
Maybe,
Right.
yeah. This could be. Mhm.
Which means
I think I would already start thinking
You'd
about
already-
examples.
yeah. Right. So, okay, let's make an example then. I can do this. Uh-oh. I need to cascade over here. Boom. Okay. So how would I go about making an example?
Oh, so one, you can take a look at your playground and you can just open an example
Playground.
class. So that one that you have there first. So here you have a player, title player, hash player. Then you have attorney. So this one, the title player, the whole thing would become a method in a
In the example.
prisoner dilemma tournament examples. So PD,
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought we were building examples of each class, but I got you. So I could.
we can. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know how we, do you have, there's not a lot to do for player. We
No,
can, no.
no, they don't
Yeah.
do anything. But okay, so this would go
Not
in
yet, at least, right? So,
right.
and here
How
you
do
would
I
open the coder. So
see?
there's a way that we're working on to promote a snippet to an example,
Oh, cool.
but it's not quite finished yet. So if you click, for example, on the first one, the title player, where the title player is, on the here at the bottom right, there's this hamburger menu, and then there's this EG, but it
Ah,
will not completely work. So this will have to
okay.
give you a class and so on. So
Yeah.
um, but
Oops.
basically, and this will transform that snippet into an example snippet,
Mm-hmm.
and you can continue
Cool.
edit it there. So the idea here is that we want to unify, REPL and TDD in
Yeah,
one single
no, that's
flow.
cool. I love it. I love it.
And then we
Um,
also to be able to transform examples into Pharo snippets. So you can go back and forth between them,
awesome.
but it will take a bit of time to get it right. Okay, so here we should go and create a class. Um,
Wait,
go to your tournament and code. You need to open a coder, I guess.
wait, do we need a new
No,
class?
a new class, right? To hold.
Mm, coder. Need
And
my
then you put a plus. And you can
plus.
type afterwards the package, but yeah.
Okay.
You
So
can say
PD.
PD tournament examples. Yeah. And then
This one is really okay.
enter.
That gets me so many times. I hit enter and it chooses the baseline. My
Yeah.
name, Eric, is like in so many smaller words, numeric,
Mhm.
generic.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna create a method.
Create a method. What is it? How do I do it?
The title player.
Title player?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's
And
just
you
going
just
to be
return title player.
title player new.
Yeah, for now, right? So
Boom.
this would take the simplest possible example, right? You just
Mm-hmm.
instantiate something and now annotate it with GT example. See what happens. Okay, so what happened here visibly?
I get an EG button.
And then you got also the inspect and run button.
Oh yeah.
So
You're
you can
right.
execute that. If you execute that,
This one?
not the
Boom.
no,
No.
the other one, then basically your example is like a playground.
Right. Cool.
Okay, so we're gonna have your title player, and then you're gonna have your hash player, and then we're gonna create a tournament. So it's
Okay.
basically the same snippets that you have in the playground.
Right. Except I don't know if it's worth copy pasting. They're so small.
Right, but the tournament one probably is worth pasting.
Yeah, that's true. Hush player new.
Mhm.
Oh, I need the GT example. GT.
You're right. So this one, if you have it, then it's
And so then I can do this. So, okay.
so that's your hash player, that's your tell player. Now you need your tournament.
Wait, let me get it. So I'm gonna save it. Oh, it won't let me save it.
It won't now.
It's bad. It's too small.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. We will, that's something
All
we'll
right.
definitely, it will not remain like this.
Okay.
So tourney, you want to turn that one. And this is, everything is here is good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought.
So tourney becomes so you need a dot there, right? You do need a dot
Oh,
at the end of the, yeah.
a temporary,
Yes.
and then
Okay. And now let's
return
think
tourney.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, return tourney, yes. But you still have two red things. So what do we do with those?
We need to make these into methods, so they're self title player.
Yes.
Self title player.
There it is.
Self.
And how do we make this executable? Yes. There you are. Now you execute this.
All
Okay.
right. So that's an example.
Yeah, so these are examples. Now, of course, examples are interesting when you start to add assertions to them. So it's like tests, basically.
Right.
And the same with your hash player and the same with your tunnel player. If
Can
you're
we
just
add
playing
some?
things like this, sure. So
All
here, for
right.
example, the simplest thing here is that you want to say maybe rounds, self-assert rounds, tourney rounds is 10, I guess.
Is it size?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I assert?
But you have to do self-assert at
Oh.
first.
Self-assert.
Column. Yeah, and now you give it, that's a condition. So size equal, no block.
No.
No.
Size equals
Yeah,
10.
10. Yeah.
Okay, now I should run it again.
Yeah.
Well, let me watch it fail. Size equals 0. Oh no. Get it. Okay, cool.
And so if you want to open the debugger now on it, no, it's there. You go ahead, go with 10. Just make it 5 or whatever it was.
5.
Yeah, or well, something. Okay.
Okay.
And you can run it. And then on the yellow, like that's, you already have the stack there.
Oh, cool.
That exists if you want to. Or if you, yeah, you can. Okay, you can close this one and make it 10. Okay, great. So now we have this.
Just 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm here.
Now we have this, I guess, another one, because one of the other logic you had there was that every round here should have distinct players.
Right.
That's another.
So we could add that
device.
here. Let's see.
No, I would do it here, right? So in your tourney.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
And
tourney rounds. How do you do it for each? Or just each? Do each. Do. Round. Oh, colon. Round. Now I can self-assert here.
Yeah.
Self-assert.
Player A.
Round player A. Yeah, it's there.
Distinct from player round player B.
Distinct from.
Oh, well, it's tilde equal.
Tilde equal. Round player A. Whoa. Okay, it worked.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah. So now you wanted to add your other player, right? Other kind of player.
Yes. Can I do it straight in the example?
Why not?
Okay. So let's say random player. And it's going to return. Oh, it's a GT example. GT example.
Yeah, but first let's write here. Let's save it and go into the editor and then. And now here you
Right.
return.
Okay. So random player new. So now I need to make, let me save. Oh, I can't save it. Okay. Create a class random player.
You have to, there's a little issue here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Normally it should automatically expand, but it doesn't automatically
Oh,
expand
got it.
right now. Yeah, right. And then you probably want your PD player, I guess.
PD. Save. Save. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. Random player. Okay, now I should be able to Command B that. There we go. And I don't remember what
Okay,
method.
let's see. Right, so one option here could be to just maximize the random player pane. And this gives you,
yes.
you can now navigate back and forth and then you can come back.
Name and play. Okay. Name. And this one is just going to be rando.
It's
Oh, you're right. That's a comment. Rando. That is just habit. And the play, it's got to be a random one. Play. It's going to be.
Your two moves at random, right? So
right.
I think the simplest thing would be to just have an array and then say at random.
That is that?
Curly brace? Yeah, exactly.
Curly brace. So we need the first move is called hush move.
Yeah, hush move.
New.
Dot. Yeah, it's a dot.
Tattle move new. At random. How?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's easy.
Now you remember that this is sometimes it's not obvious that this one is in the context of the navigation, but if you minimize the pane, and you're back into your original navigation. So we still have to communicate this a bit more.
There we go. Rando. Yes. All right. And so now I should be able to add one here. Tourney, add player. Just with a little luck, there's going to be one in there. All right. Command G. How do I do this one? Command I? No.
No, there's no shortcut. Yeah. Okay. So now you're back to your problem, right?
Yes. I definitely want to see that view in there. So I can
quickly take a look at list of the players to see what happened there. At the players. The players view.
Okay. Yes.
Rando lost. Okay.
Yeah, Rando. I mean, he might get lucky, but you know, he's not a very good player. As n gets larger, he's gonna do. He's probably gonna be on par with Hush.
Yes.
No, I don't know. He might be better than Husher because sometimes he will tattle. Yeah. It also depends. I'm not doing a very fair. Like Rando might get more rounds with Tattler.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. We can work on that later.
So now you want to add a new column here, right?
I want to add a new column. And I remember we could go here, but I also we did like a
So one
there
was,
we go.
yeah, okay. Command. Yeah,
Yes.
on.
I can command click on that one. Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to do.
And so either you have the meta and you press an inspect and you have it like this, or here you're editing on the right and then preview it on the left. If I open the same object in two panes and I'm editing on the left, and I can also see it on the right. So
Right.
you can play in different.
Got it. This is fine. All right, so I want to put
Yeah.
before this one, I want to put column move. And this one is going to be tag. I just want to see what move they made. A round play. Oh, player a move. Don't have that yet. So this is where I feel stuck.
Exactly, right? Because now if the editor would have been on the left, then you could have just nicely click on this one. So
okay.
sometimes
So let's
it
make
works, sometimes.
So I would do like, how would I make the editor on the left?
So you can inspect the same object again.
Inspect again.
And then go to meta here on the left and manually go to that place.
Yes, GT rounds for.
Then it kind of works better.
If I could get it to open. What do I click on? Is it, I think it's.
Can you scroll to the left and then back again? Back again.
There we go. Okay. So now I can go here.
Right. So now if you click on that one, then it will tell you, right?
Uh-oh. Round doesn't work. Okay. I need player a move, which returns.
So this would also be a place where.
Did it record the move?
I don't know if it did.
Okay, well.
I think it didn't.
I think it didn't. So let's up undeclared. Okay, let's make it a temp.
No, it's not.
Okay. But let's see, when I play, no.
It's called move A.
Yeah, but it's called move A. Okay. So move A.
So now you need to remove your slot.
Can I just hit delete?
Yeah. And then you're okay. And this is a refactoring as well. So yeah. Nice. And then probably you need to do the same with your move B.
Right. I'll just do it here. Player B move. Return move B. Okay, now back here. I'll just close it. Pow. And now I should be able to save that. Yes. A tattle move. But you know what? The move should have a name.
It's interesting that this was something is probably nil or something. Oh, Princesses of Prisoner Dilemma round are not indexable.
Is it because the players is null?
No, that's the moment when you're in. This is the moment when you're debugging. I don't know where the problem is. So if you go there and you click on the debugging, so now it tells you want to do is there's a copy replace with. So, and then I can see it there as a summary string right at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, summary string, yes.
Because that's your class, right? And then it tells
self
you
winner line.
Okay, so there something, right? It says sequential. So what is winner line?
Oh, these are probably not set yet. Huh.
No.
They
how can
haven't
that be?
played. If the
Ah. Mhm.
I've made, wait a
That's the
second. So
first
I
one.
made, I know what it is. I made the round, but I didn't play it. Is that right?
Probably.
Let's see.
So
Okay.
now we should go because now we kind of are like 2 levels. Probably it would be
I,
interesting to transform it into assertions.
right. So like I did play and I did play one round and I did,
Yeah, but you didn't play it. So that's a nice place, but don't do it.
don't do
Now
it.
you're
Okay.
gonna now you're gonna assert the false thing,
Okay. So I'm
and then we're gonna
way,
make it green. Yeah.
okay.
So
So,
now if you're gonna take, I think that you just need to take the first round, right?
okay. Rounds first.
Or you okay.
What do you mean?
You already have your tourney rounds, so you can just assert for every round
Oh,
that
okay.
the score A is not nil and score B is not.
Like in here?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Self. Oops. Oh, come on. Assert. That
Round score A,
player. No, score A. You're right.
score A
Score.
is not nil. A not nil. No, just not nil.
Not nil.
Don't know if it
Not nil.
is not nil instead, but not nil. Yes.
Okay, and I'll do the same for B. Okay. Message not understood.
Oh. Score A. Doesn't understand score A. So here you could try debugging it, or we can just and run again, run. Yeah. Okay. And now, yeah. So ideally, you have a plus button there on the top. You see it there? Yeah. So this one says create me this method, and now you created a score A, and by default, because there exists an instance variable called score A, it already created the method for you. You see here, prisoner's dilemma round,
Oh, right here. Okay.
right at the top. So when you press the plus button from here, it
It's,
created this method here.
whoa, that's crazy. Okay.
No, yeah, plus again, because now you're in the score B probably.
But that's not what I want.
Yeah, can you close this? Because I don't know which state you're in.
So by saving it, it found another bug, which is the B.
Yeah, this is a problem. No, this is a debugger problem.
Okay.
So can we try again? Can we try debugging it again?
Debugging it again, yes.
So, yeah, and run. Okay, and now you should see that the score B is not defined. Now you should say plus. So normally, right? No, you don't have to save it because it's already saved.
Ah,
You just
okay.
run it, and then it's
Okay, now it's
it
red.
doesn't. Now it didn't update, but if you run it again, it's there.
Right, but shouldn't this fail?
Why should it fail? Oh yeah, I don't know why it's not nil. So maybe our assumption was wrong. So it's good. Let's see. Let's go back to this one and see why is it nil? Because we were just assuming, we didn't actually see. Well, that's great.
Well,
Let's
the
go in
score
debug.
is -1. No.
Yeah. So maybe something else is the problem. So let's go in the round again. And let's press on that thing and we see what is not nice. It's something that returns, obviously, it doesn't, there's some self call that doesn't return something. So let's go back in our summary string. What I would do. So here is either that this one is not good or the whole
The whole thing.
receiver is not good. It's
Mm.
one of those, right? Now, I would just select this self line and execute it and see what it does.
How do you execute? Just the line?
Command G.
Yeah, that didn't do anything.
And this one.
Oh, there we go.
Huh.
Wait.
No,
Now
yeah,
we're out.
select this.
So I have this selected, Command G, and it brings up a round.
The reason is, if you look
It's-
in this method, do you have an
Oh, it
idea?
doesn't have our score. Oh.
So we should have probably assert that the winner line is the proper thing.
But it's still. I'm hitting Command G.
Yeah, but
There, now it worked. A byte string. All right, tie. Oh, because this hasn't had a tie before? Why is it?
you see, because you had exactly there was no tie before because you only had title and
Yes.
Usher and the rando somehow probably never did
Never
funny.
hit the tie. Yeah. No, it's
So
true. You can't
here-
hit the tie unless they do the same move.
Yeah. So here,
Yeah.
you don't need. I like the nice
Yeah.
style is to not have it here if you have. So just one of them,
So just one of them.
because then it says that you don't have necessarily multiple points.
Right.
And
Or
also, if you-
what would you do? Would you have them here, here, and here, or do you have
if it's just one condition and one big logic, then I would just put one at the
one
top.
return? Okay.
If I have, for example, multiple guard conditions at the top, independent of each other, then I would put the returns
Different
in the-
returns.
in the
Okay.
in the if true. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So I should be able to run it from here. Boom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mhm.
And it was a tie, -1 to -1. Okay. Right. So where were we?
So I guess that this is move A, not just move, right? And move player A, move A, player B, move B.
Right.
Then you probably need the result.
So I would say the move, I don't even know how to I want to get the move. I want to show the move. I don't know how to get it out of there. Move A.
Move B.
Move A.
You mean show the move and it's in printed?
Yes, so I can get the name out. Okay, I just wanted to see that was that, but it was a lot of steps to get that.
It's too right? It's like once you can see that you can compress things, you're like clicking becomes like, whoa.
Yeah, but I still don't know how I would have done it better. All right, so go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, what I think I would do instead now is to open up a new coder, because then at least I have the thing open.
Yeah, or also I mean, if you want to just print the name here.
Because the reason I'm bringing it up is because I know that when I do it in here, I'm not inside of a block. I'm not going to have the context that it needs to give me the little
Yeah.
right? And so I'm going to have to open it up anyway. And so I might as well have a tab that I can switch to, even though I don't like that either.
Yes.
I mean, what should I do?
So one option is to just put a self halt in the block.
A self-halting block.
No, a breakpoint. So a self halt in the block.
Oh, self-halt. Okay.
And then you get the exception as soon as you see the
Can I do it right here?
and
Self-halt.
yeah, should be able to. And there you are. So now you
Okay.
can just say a round player move. You select that. If you want that, and then you command G,
Um,
and now you're in hash move, and then
okay.
now you can say, oh yeah, okay, it's self.
Got it. But can I
So you can
do,
close this.
but because I've got more context here, can I do name? Oh yeah,
You
it gets it
can,
now.
yeah,
There you go. And then,
but you can delete the self halt
yeah.
as well. But the only problem here is that this one is stored. So this block here, this is not going to work. This block here is stored. You can close this. No, just close.
Oh,
The block is stored in an
uh-huh.
instance variable, which means that it's the creation of the block is no longer on the stack.
Right.
So the debugger cannot know, because this is not a back in time debugger, it cannot know how to rewind the stack to the place where you just edited. So I take a block closure, I put it in an instance variable, then I return. Then somewhere else later in the stack, I take this block closure from here, and now I use it, right? This is what you saw there, right? When you put your debugger with self-halt. Here, this is a Fluent API, which simply it's declarative.
Yeah.
So it's this block is not executed when you the first time you look at this method. It takes that block, puts it in instance variable, and later on it takes that instance variable whenever it's displayed. And so when you put the self halt was when it executed the block, but that was in a different part of the tree. And in that tree, you no longer had access to the original node or the original frame in which the block was created. And this is why the debugger cannot rewind
Got it.
that place.
Okay.
If you would have a back in time debugger, it would be able to do it.
Right. Okay.
So you have hash hash move move, and now we need the result, I guess.
Yeah.
The winner. So
Well, and yeah, so we also need the score.
yeah,
Text. A round. Oh, I don't know. Is there a
I think it's
score?
score A, right?
A.
We wrote even a test for it that it's not nil. Is it name? I don't
That's
think so.
best. Oh no,
I
no,
think
no,
it's
no.
just I think it's just score A.
Yes, and then column score text A round. Oh, I am late for a meeting. Round score B.
Yep.
Nice. And is there a winner?
Eventually you can just put, I would put just the winner line there.
The winner line that we just added or just debugged.
Yeah.
Well, the winner line is going to say winner versus loser. I should say who won, player A or player B, or tie.
I think it does that, doesn't it?
No, it does.
But it does.
I'll show you. I'll show you. Column result
Yeah.
text A round winner line.
So winner is the player B.
Player B won in all of those except the ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tattler should always win or tie.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. But this is good. This is
So it
much
starts to,
better.
this one starts to get into the into using the views to make sense of the debugger, right? So we had two instances where you wanted something because you wanted to see it.
Yes.
And that's what we're getting to, right? We're getting into that there's this new feedback loop that just because you want to see, it makes you want to change something in the system.
Right.
So, and the last time we also talked with, we talked about that. This is one thing. I think we're getting close to finding out how we could teach it, but more, then there's the other problem, which is how do you deal with hard problems? So, and by hard problems, I mean problems for which I don't know how to formulate the hypothesis. Or even if I know something, I'm not sure where to start or so. That's the other part, right? When we use the views to both formulate and validate and invalidate the hypothesis.
Got it.
But we can explore it next time.
Awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
See you next time.